gonna fly. Even if you try, you never gonna ride. Gotta keep your head up, even if you cry. That's just one more reason to try. I want to talk about the Madhouse situation. Madhouse might be in big trouble. I was looking a little bit at this article, but from what I saw of it, it seems as though it's about time. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's about time that some action has been taken against the rigorous and disgusting industry of how they treat these people in general. Because I looked at this article and I'm like, again, this is just something that really I've been hearing for so many years, that people don't know that these people are going through these disgusting labor hours. They go through some stuff, and I've through the years been like, yo, when is there going to be a change? What's going on? And yet again, somebody at Madhouse, one of the workers, got hurt again. Let's read the article, because I got the article pulled up right here. It says Madhouse production assistant hospitalized for overwork and demands compensation for unpaid overtime. Absolutely. Whoever this guy is, and again, we're going to keep on going, but whoever this guy is, the fact that he is taking action, very brave of him, because that's not common from my understanding in Japan, in the workforce. They're not with all of that. You know what I mean? You got to be quiet. One of the sayings that they use is the nail that sticks out gets hammered in. So they don't really speak out. The suicide rate over there was dramatic. The things that I heard that just broke my heart, of like Japanese workmen jumping into trains because, things like that. So the fact that this guy is taking action and there's seemingly an organization that is backing him, this is great. The Madhouse production assistant has joined the trade union and is seeking compensation for unpaid overtime, as well as an apology for the various forms of power harassment they received, according to youth labor rights activist Shohei Sakakura. I want to get that right. Sakakura, who acts as a representative and editor-in-chief for the youth labor advocacy group, reported the news on his Twitter account on Friday. Sakakura reported that the Madhouse production assistant had joined the Black Company Union, a trade union formed in 2017 that offers consultation and support for workers across various industries. Man, this is a good union. Again, just from everything I've heard all these years, these people, they're dying on the job. The fact that an organization is finally being put into position and people are joining it, this is great. In a follow-up tweet, Sakakura went into more detail about the Madhouse production assistant situation. During crunch time, the assistant would work over 200 hours of overtime per month. Not 200 hours, 200 hours of overtime per month, and would be made to work all day and night, even on weekends or public holidays. This is disgusting. They had even collapsed due to overwork before and had been taken to the hospital. Sakakura remarked that he had heard from a lot of people that this is how the anime industry works. Yeah, that's when I hear this stuff, this is what they always say. He said that he used to be told the same thing about the teaching, vending machine, nursing, childcare, film production, and construction industries. But we managed to improve the long hours and unpaid overtime in those industries, he wrote. It takes courage, but when workers speak up, they have strong power. Very, very, very true. Very, very, very true, because this is a very disgusting problem of these people that are getting just demolishing themselves, even in the manga industry. Look at Yoshihiro Togashi, shining example of like this man was dying on the job, and to this day he has, I would argue, and again, I'm not a therapist and nothing like that, Yoshihiro Togashi, creator of Hunter x Hunter Yu Yu Hakusho, he might have PTSD out of all of this, and that's why the way he works is so particular, and the way he moves is so particular, because it destroyed him. However, there's no denying that behind this black company lies a black industry. Sakakura went on. Even if we manage to improve one company, it doesn't spread to the companies around them. Then the others will just carry on thinking that honesty doesn't pay. They'll force the burden on smaller companies by subcontracting them for work. Workers for many different companies will need to speak up in order to change the industry. Very, 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 very awesome to hear that in this tragic situation, there's companies stepping up. That article, woo, that's some tough stuff, because at the end of the day, there's people that are this is still going to keep happening. Just because right now there's a little bit of action being taken doesn't mean that it's completely going to end. Everything is still going as we speak right now. There's somebody in many somebodies in offices in Japan that are destroying their bodies, that are psychologically getting probably traumatized by all this. Because, a lot of people, they do this because they love this. They love drawing. They love art. They appreciate it. And that's why they get into this industry. And then this happens. And it's like they start to see the reality of it. And it's disturbing. It's really disturbing. I don't care if I'm growing up in Japan and I love art and animation. Based on everything I've heard, I will never try and take a job doing that, because that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. How most of these, and this article didn't really cover that, but a lot of these, if not majority of these people, they're getting pennies. You know what I'm saying? They're getting $900, less than $1,000 equivalent a month living over there. They can't even live on their own, and they're working like a bajillion hours. It's disturbing and disgusting, and I'm glad that this organization is taking action, and I'm glad that this guy decided to speak up after all this, destroying himself. That guy, hopefully he sparks a big change in the anime industry, because it's about time. It's gotten way out of hand. They're going to have to find a happy medium, or they're going to have to give these people more money to have a bigger staff to be able to complete these projects. The problem is that they're undermanned, and they're trying to make a living for everybody involved. So they're getting these scraps that they get. Not every author or every creator is Eiichiro Oda. You know what I mean? So they get, with these scraps that they get, they got to give it to their team and everything, and try, and it's almost like a hustle. Like, people look at it like, oh, it's this glamorous thing. No, a lot of people don't realize that the anime and manga world is very dark when it comes to even the offices and what jobs these people are managing, and what they should be getting, and how much work they're putting in, but what they're actually getting. They need to hire more staff. Give them more money, more staff. We won't have any more of these issues, period. Give them more money. Let them hire a bigger staff to handle things, because it's not as simple as just drawing the manga. It doesn't just like, okay, he draws it and, it's in 5 minutes. There's the shaders, there's the toners, there's the people that got to check for continuity, there's the editor, there's so many different things. So many people got to get paid behind these projects. So that's why their biggest bank is what they get based off the revenue return from the manga sales. So that's why I always encourage to support the manga club. You love a series or whatever, you want to support that author, please go out and buy a manga. Please go out and buy something. Really, the manga is what their bread and butter. Go buy the manga so that they could get some money, because that's their biggest source of revenue. And it's a shame that they're not paid higher off the gate. I don't care. Like, everybody that is drawing manga and their dream is to be in Shonen Jump, their dream job should come with the dream pay if they're going to be working those strenuous hours. Now, if they're giving them the right amount of money which I don't even know what type of money would be, a equivalent exchange for my sanity. But if they're giving, I guess, the right amount of money, and somebody's willing to do that, and they get the manpower behind it, go for it. But something's got to give, and I'm glad that organizations are taking action again. It's coming.